Over the end line.
Let's go now. Ready. You ready. Sonic. Green, Triple C.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Dancing to his left. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. It's high. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Taylor. Flushed out right. The ball comes out. And not the clean start that we had envisioned. You thought this would be a pretty crisp game, but a turnover for a turnover.
Yeah, so much for scripting. Because if teams are doing that, things aren't going according to plan. Maybe it's a case of nerves. Maybe it's a case of, too much energy right now. Let's see if both teams can get settled in and start to play good ball.
Here's Jones. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Second down, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's got some space here. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
That's a big league run. Takes them down inside the 5-yard line, and momentum definitely on the side of the guys on offense. And if you're an offensive lineman, you love to run the football, especially out in the field where there's some space. But I'll get you in on a little bit of a secret. Those guys like it in tight, too, because they get matched up, and they get to show just how stout they are in a tough situation. They're recommending they run it again.
Jameis to throw it. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a 1st quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Set to return, this is Jeff Janis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Taylor on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And Winston lost the football. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
He'll get it up the middle. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, after getting the ball in prime position to score after a fumble recovery, you think you're in a great spot. But the defense on the field is saying not so fast, and they've held firm on the first 2 plays.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. He'll try to run it in. Johnson. Fighting up. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he puts it through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
That one goes for 36 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Winston being chased out left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Catanzaro now for the extra point. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And bulldozing his way. Carlos Hyde, see you later. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big run there by Hyde. 48 yards on the ground. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Slow.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. They'll run for him with Hyde. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Carlos Hyde, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Winston. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Oh, he's able to hustle him as he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard. Jonathan Hankins able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Throwing, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Catches like that from Mike Evans, just another reason he was the 7th pick in 2014.
It's almost not fair because you can see the frame. What is he, about 6'5" or so, somewhere in that neighborhood? So his catch radius is absolutely tremendous. That makes it very difficult to cover him, even if you surround him with people. But also, he can run. I mean, his speed is absolutely surprising to a lot of people.
Let's go. Ready, Triple C.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10, it's Taylor again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And that's incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because he just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Winston looking for the end zone. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Bucs are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them the touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On first down, it's Taylor. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Taylor. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. On 3rd down, Taylor. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. Back deep for the Bucs, Deshaun Jackson. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Hey, let's go,
And on the ground they go with a running back. he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
That strong return is setting them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
They'll throw on first down to Taylor. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. First down, a roll with high. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Play action, it's Taylor. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for two, but this is up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a first down.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds, but that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And his throw here is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Telvin Smith in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They go play action now. Taylor. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Larry Ogunjobi forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Sonic! Hey, stop! Let's go! Let's
Here's Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Larry Ogunjobi in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Here we go, even.
From the gun, Winston. He's going to fire one deep over, and that's caught inside the 35. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And some room to work. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I thought going into the 2018 draft, running back was a priority for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they got one of the best ones in the draft, and Ronald Jones II out of USC. He's a guy who knows how to make people miss, but also not afraid to lower his shoulder and make his own way.
And that's what we saw there as he powered his way forward for the 1st. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd down, Winston. Flush to his right. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jonathan Hankins in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest. Let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They start the drive with high. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up block.
They've got his man complete. And he's going to to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now Taylor to throw on second down. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Taylor now to throw on third down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. On second down, Taylor. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Jameis to throw it. And Brady, the tight end's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. The give to Jones. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Wait.
Here's Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Now Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Ready? White 25. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, sub. Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll pitch it out to Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Johnson jostles free, and all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big run there by Johnson, 42 yards. Back to the ground. This time it's high. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Again, it's Hyde. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It goes as a gains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They pitch it out to Hyde. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Taylor going to throw it. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They run high, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Browns, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.